Hey Scruffy, how you doing? So Scruffy was just on the table and just jumped off. So I guess he's not that food motivated tonight. So he threw up last night, but I don't think that has anything to do with it. I'm a little early. I think that has more to do with it. Although the sun's gone, so it's not that early. No meows though. But he ate up all the kibble at lunch today, so I'm guessing he'll eat. Okay, so I'm gonna get the glove on from the side. This is the side I used to do it from. It's actually a little easier. I can brace myself against the table. Okay. So tonight I have a new can of let's see. I think it's the meaty pate with real ocean whitefish. And then of course the kibble, and then more turkey stuff. So I got the meat that fell off the bones when I made the turkey stock. And then I have the turkey giblets. So I think I picked two different meats tonight. Little cuts of both, or two of the three, I think. I still haven't figured out what the three giblets are. So I'm thinking it's heart, liver, and I looked up the other one, and it's gizzard. So gizzard's actually not a giblet. Or a giblet is not a giblet is can be a gizzard. But no, gizzard. So gizzard's a specific piece. Is like a square and a rectangle thing. So it's so gizzard, I think, is part of it's the part that goes into the stomach. So I didn't find any pictures. I didn't look hard enough. But yeah, I guess they chew up or further chew up the meat, or pull apart the meat when it goes into the stomach. So it's like a little mini mouth or something. Or I guess not meat, but yeah, whatever the food that the bird eats. So anyway, yeah, there's still a little bit left of each meat, so I'm just breaking off, cutting off pieces of it and giving it to Scruffy as we go. I think we have a few more days left. I was trying to cut back a little bit because I think I've been overfeeding him. So last night I actually cut back. Actually, the past few nights I've been cutting back, so a little bit less food. Still probably too much, but yeah, it's that time of year, so everyone overeats. And then yeah, since it's colder this time of year, I don't mind giving Scruffy a little more fat to bulk him up, insulate him from the cold. Not that it gets that cold here. So it's kind of cold today. I don't think the temperature was actually that bad. I'm just cold. I feel cold. I keep the house too cold, I think. I need to probably warm it up more. So I'm not seeing any evidence of fleas. This fur looks pretty good today. I gave him a flea pill 2 nights ago, I'm glad it wasn't last night when he threw up. That would have been a waste of a flea pill. So, yeah, I left Scruffy alone after I finished filming. Figured, yeah, just let him rest and then let him come back to the food when he was hungry. So when I came back, yeah, he'd eaten everything, and then he was long gone. So when I was cleaning up everything, yeah, he was nowhere in sight. So I think he may have left the yard, or he was hiding from me. But if he was hiding from me, he wasn't in this section of the deck. I think he left the yard, and then I think right before I went to bed, I think I heard him jump off the table. So I think he came back. So I thought I heard a thump. If I heard a thump, that could mean that it was him, and he was on the table, and he decided to jump off the edge instead of onto the orange chair. Or it might have been a raccoon. So I was looking at his paw. So I noticed a raccoon footprint near the footstool, and I can't remember if that footprint was already there or if it was a fresh one. So I know there have been raccoon footprints stuck here on the deck, and they've been slowly fading away. This print I was looking at looked like it wasn't really fading away. And I can't remember if it was just one that just was protected enough so it doesn't fade away, or if it was a fresh print and maybe it was close to where Scruffy threw up last night. So I'm wondering if the raccoon was sniffing around at the remains. So I'm wondering if if there were some raccoons that came last night and they were attracted to the scent of what Scruffy threw up or something. And yeah, I did give I left a little extra kibble in Scruffy's bowl before I went in last night. So he ate well. Just didn't film it. Scruffy's looking up at the food. I mean, you're ready for food? Okay. So Scruffy's not eating. He's waiting for me to brush him. That was unusual. Usually, so I get nervous when he looks up at the brush because then he tends to freak out sometimes. But yeah, usually if I can get the brush on him before he reacts, then he seems to get used to it, and then I'll start eating. Yeah, this was unusual because he actually just kind of continued standing there. But he's eating now, and he didn't freak out, so that's good. So let's see, I saw Scruffy on the table, I think this afternoon, sleeping. And oh yeah, I saw him this morning too. Actually, maybe it was just this morning. So yeah, anyway, so yeah, he was actually on the table kind of late this morning, and so I decided not to feed him lunch because he was still sleeping, or he's still on the table. And then I think around a little after lunchtime, I saw he had woken up, but he was grooming himself, but he was still on the table. So I figured, yeah, he wasn't ready for food. So I figured I'd just wait a little longer. And then finally, I noticed he was off the table, and I came out, but he wasn't here. And then I think after I opened the door, then he came walking around the corner. So I think he was just sunbathing. Hey, Scruffy. Getting some sun. So I was sleeping on the table earlier, so I didn't want to bring out the water. Waiting for the kibble, huh? So yeah, Scruffy was pretty quiet all day, so he didn't meow much, if at all, at lunch. And then just now when I met him for dinner, he was pretty quiet. I don't know if that's because of last night or we're just kind of thrown off from last night. So yeah, I'm guessing since he wasn't waiting at the door for both lunch and dinner tonight early, that he might not be as hungry. So maybe the extra kibble I gave him last night filled him up too much. Or maybe I was just not hungry because he threw up, or not as hungry. He ate. But he ate all the extra kibble, and he still had all the extra turkey stuff I gave him too. So and we just decided to sleep in today. So, because as I said, he was on the table kind of late this morning, afternoon, which delayed lunch. So I went out for a run late this afternoon. Yeah, I left too late. The sun actually felt really good at lunchtime when I fed Scruffy. I should have went then because the sun's warmth I think would have really helped because I went too late and I was kind of cold the whole run, and I didn't have that great of a run. On the way there, I saw the friendly cat's pal. It's that big black and white cat. And he was in somebody's yard, and he was off doing his own thing. He didn't seem to care. I was walking by. And then on the way back, I saw the black and white youngling, and he's growing a bit. So he's actually starting to look a lot like the pal. So I think they might be related. So the pal's probably the father or mother. So the youngling was, I don't know what he was doing. He was kind of playing hide and seek or something with just by himself. So I kept seeing him dash into bushes. So he was walking past houses and he kept kind of darting into the bushes, and then he'd come out and then move a little further down and dash into another set of bushes. And so as I approached, he dashed into a tree, and then he was peeking at me from a very low tree. And so the tree kind of splits into a Y, and he was sitting between the Y and was watching me, and then I kind of bent down and extended my finger to see if he wanted pets, and then he decided he would kind of run out of the tree, waltz past me into the street, across the street, and just kind of keep waltzing on. So he didn't seem too interested in me. I don't think he was afraid of me. He wasn't moving that fast, but yeah, I don't think he was that interested in me. So I think he was probably more curious to see if I saw him in the tree or not. Did I find his hiding spot? And then when he saw that I was looking at it, he probably said, "Yeah, he found me. I gotta pick a new spot." And then at the park, there was a small group of people with 3 little dogs, and they weren't holding they were kind of they had leashes, but yeah, the owners weren't holding the leashes, and so as I was running past on the trail, the first dog, basically came right up to me and looked like he wanted to jump on my leg. And had to dodge him. Small dog, so it wasn't hurt or anything like that. I just didn't want to run over the dog, trample him or whatever. And then right after I dodged the first dog, a little further down the path, the second dog then wanted to do the same thing. So another small dog kind of came towards me, and then this one didn't come quite as fast. And then finally, there was after I passed this one, the second one, there was a third dog. This one, was a little more behaved. I think he was interested in me. And started moving towards me, but he didn't dash towards me and try to jump up on my leg like the other two. So those are the animals I saw today. Oh, Scruffy's is done. I think there's a little bit under the balls. Yeah, there's more under the balls. Back. And let's see. I got another delivery today. So I mentioned yesterday I got a delivery. So my Office Depot delivery has been broken up into multiple shipments. So I ordered a backpack, some manila envelopes, safety pins, and rubber bands. And yesterday I said the rubber bands and the safety pins came, and I was actually wrong. It was just the rubber bands. I forgot the safety pins weren't in there. So yeah, they were actually shipping, I think, each piece completely separately, which seems like a complete waste of money, but whatever. I guess they somehow determined that was more efficient for them. Strange how that works. So anyway, the the safety pins came today, and yeah, one of them actually stuck me through the package. So the safety pin came undone, just one of them, and it managed to stick me a little bit. So my whole poor purpose to getting the safety pins is so I wouldn't get stuck. They didn't do the job. Okay, folks. Thanks for watching. See you next time.